Sun setting on Whispering Pines and also setting on the 2013 Spirit International for a final time. Welcome back to a pristine setting as the United States champions for the fourth time and the third time in a row. With Mark Immelman, I'm Will Haskett, so privileged to be a part of the Spirit here in 2013 yet again. Well, Mark, we had a lot of indecision going into this final round. Would the United States let more teams back into it? The question was answered kind of late. It was a dominant performance on the team side, but there was a lot of drama in a shortened 54-hole event.
There was a lot of drama. I think the main thing was the golf course and the changing conditions. You know, we had rain earlier in the week, which made conditions kind of tough, and obviously it lengthened the first round. But the whole story for me today was how the golf course changed with the wind kicking up. You know, we got some typically Texan conditions. The fairways firmed up. The players could chase the ball a bit more, but the big challenge was the breeze. And the whole thing came down to this gorgeous 18th hole over here behind us. You know, you had to hit two good shots coming in, and the champions did.
There were some birdies to be had out there, but they were swallowed up by some of the hotter golfers on the golf course on a survival Saturday. Let's get you to final round highlights in the three-round event. Nobody hotter on the planet on Saturday than Tony Hockula here, his birdie at 15. This was one of 8 on the day for the senior from Texas and from Finland.
He's all sorts of game, and you've used the term bulldog to describe Tony Hockula. He led from the front for his team. Didn't have his best stuff from tee to green early in the week, but he made some key putts coming down the stretch, and really you could almost feel the passion oozing from him.
His 8 birdies helped to get him and his partner into medal contention on the men's side. It was an impressive performance. We thought we'd get another Scandinavian charge from the Swedish men today. This was a shot of Pontus Gadd at the 15th, also taking advantage of the par 3. He'd missed the birdie putt, but however, they just played really solid tee to green all week.
They did. Gadd didn't have his best stuff today, but Daniel Genevret played very, very nicely. And the Swedes are just a power lineup. You know, you thought they were going to make a bit of a charge, but in the end came up a little bit shy.
Genevret would be one of 5 players to make a playoff for the individual medal count for the men. Meanwhile, for Malaysia, they were with the United States the entire day, Mark, and they just never could get any birdies going. That was a par at the last for Malaysia. It ended up being an important par because it got them bronze overall, but it was few and far between for birdies. Outside of this Abel Tam putt at the 15th, nothing was really going in.
It wasn't really, but the thing that was impressive about this Malaysian contingent is that they were strong from top to bottom, the men and the women, with equal amounts of input here towards this team total, and they acquitted themselves very well.
It'd be a bronze medal finish for them. And then all of our attention focused to the battle on the women's side between the United States and France. The story all week, the 2 teenagers from France, including the 15-year-old Mathilde Capulet, and at the 17th, finally she got a birdie putt to go down.
She had hit a lot of really good approach shots leading into this, had not converted, and then finally got that birdie down on 17 that helped her and her partner just sneak into the lead, and then in the end made a fantastic save to get the women's gold medal.
You mentioned that they'd finish at 12 under par. The men playing behind them also had good looks at birdie. Paul Barjon makes the birdie at 17 as well. They just didn't have enough to catch an American team that was really rolling down the stretch. So we go back to that women's race, and back here at that same 17th hole, Ashlyn Ramsey for the United States would come to the hole tied with the French at 12 under par in the women's race. When this putt went down, it was a one-shot lead, but they would go and make double at 18 and give the gold medal to the French teenagers.
Double bogey they made, but you've got to give credit to young Eva Gilly. Got up and down from the back of the green in a very tough spot. Wonderful save for a par that ended up to earn the winning score.
That was the only sour note, however, for the Americans. Scotty Scheffler poured in this birdie at 16. The rout was on the men's side. They won by 6 shots, did Scheffler and Jordan Nieberge. And in the overall, it was also a 6-shot cushion, which allowed them to breathe a sigh of relief as they walked over the bridge at 18, carrying that American flag. And the 3rd straight year the United States win the Spirit, 3rd straight, Spirit that is won by the Americans. They win it going away, thanks really to the men, a 6-shot victory.
Kudos to the men. You know, there were questions about them coming in. Nieberge hadn't had the best of events leading in here and got in late, didn't play a practice round, but he and Scotty Scheffler both didn't get off to the best of starts today, but turned it on in the back 9 when it really counted.
And on the women's side, that clutch par at the last for Eva Gilly proves to be the difference maker as McDonald and Ramsey make a double bogey and fall to 11 under par. The the story of the week, I think, has to be the gold medal for those two French teenagers.
So impressive, those two young ladies. 15 years, the pair of them. 15 years mature, I want to say. I just cannot wait to see them in the future because they're just so poised, have such complete games. I think the sky's the limit.
And overall, the United States 10 under par today. They win by 6. France gets the silver, Malaysia the bronze. The United States was 17 under in round number 1, and when people were maybe questioning them in round number 3, they slammed the door.
They did. Slam the door is the best way to describe it. They just took the door and absolutely slammed it on its hinges. Kudos to the entire American group, from Paige McKenzie, captain, who was well prepared. The team came in here, they did their homework, and they delivered a gold medal performance.
The week began with 6.5 inches of rain. The staff did a tremendous job to be able to put on the tournament, and in the end, for the 4th time in 7 installments of the Spirit, it's USA with the victory. Thanks to all involved in the 2013 Spirit. Memories abound for all of us here. For Mark Immelman, I'm Will Haskett. We'll see you in 2015.